Oh shit. Today I'm gonna be showing you how to make sigilkore. Shout out Saw or Salvi, or I don't know how to say his name, but he originally made like these how to make sigilkore videos. I don't know if somebody else has done it before, and if they have, then I'm sorry. But shout out to Saw. But yeah, today I'm showing you how to make sigilkore, kind of chill, more chill sigilkore, because I know there's motherfuckers that make sigilkore and they add like, there's a bunch of distortion. Oh shit, a bunch of distortion, and there's a bunch of like cuts, and your ears are bleeding by the end of the song. Today this is kind of more chill, sigilkore. So yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so what you want to do first is you want to find your beat. Don't just look up sigilkore, my bad. You want to look up sigilkore type beat. You can do FIFA Profit, you could do not FIFA Profit, whatever, doesn't matter. And you just scroll through your beats. I recommend putting like the upload date to this week, so that you have kind of like newer beats and not a lot of people have heard them, and so that somebody doesn't claim that you steal their And let's say you fuck with that one, you would probably just go and you'd probably just go and you go to like a YouTube to Wave or YouTube to MP3, and then you just copy the link. Oh shoot, copy the link, and then you would paste it in here. Click download. It'll show up, and then there'll be like another download button, like this. And yeah, and then after that, you want to drag it into FL. And if you don't know how to drag it into FL, look up a video. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do a whole. Alright, so this is how you drag an instrumental or a beat. So right here I have like this Wave instrumental, and what I would do, I would just get it from the desktop. Make sure when you do it, you go to like your downloads or whatever you downloaded the beat, and then you just drag it just like that. And when you upload the beat, make sure you kind of cut like this little intro part right here, so that there's not like any latency with the tempo or whatever. You're pretty much set. Like that's the first step. And after that, you wanna look for the key. Same thing like with the FL, you'll drag your beat, and then you just find the key. For this instance, C major. This beat is in C major, but you know what, fuck. This is an edit while I'm editing the video. This song was actually made like months before I made the tutorial, so just keep that in mind. And you want to know that for your autotune, if you're gonna use autotune, I would recommend to use autotune, because that's mostly how sigilkore is. And if you can't afford autotune, bro, just crack it, honestly. Now that you've done all that, you're basically ready to go to start recording. And I like to use a preset. You can make your own, or you could go on Reddit or join a Discord to find whatever preset you want, but this is mine. It's really shitty, not gonna lie. I have autotune, and they'll get your preset in, and then you just start rapping. You start talking about like whatever you want. Like for this song, I just so like I just kind of talked about whatever. Like I started the bars off with pouring up the syrup in my lean and my vitals. You pretty much just want to talk about like doing drugs and killing people and being tough and being super gangsta. And then as you can see right here, I added a little stutter. I'll play without the beat. And I just cut like right here. You can cut wherever you want and just like stutter it. So just like add it and make sure it's in time. And you can see right here it's cut at each like I don't even, because you don't want like a cut to be right here and then another cut to be like that, because then it'll just mess up. I mean, you can overdo it because people like that, but I don't really overdo the cuts in mine. Normally I just add like 2 cuts before, so like when it's what am I saying? I normally add 2 cuts before like the first bar, so like stutter's just like like it builds up, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you want to kind of mix. You want to put a mix on your master. I literally just have a Gunner master on, and I'm sorry for the community over there. I know Gunners masters have a reputation, but that's what I got. And I put it, so just so you can see how it sounds with and without the master, I'll play it without first and then with the master. So yeah, the master adds like a level of like moistness. It's not like it's not too dry, it's not too like basic, and it's a distorted one, so it kind of distorts the bass a little bit. And I know at the start I was talking about how I don't like making like the distorted shit. Stuff on SoundCloud will literally just be like, look, let me just show you. And you do not want that, or you can, you know, it's whatever. You can have your own style or whatever. I like to maintain my ears in pristine condition. So after you do that, you finish your song. You do everything you gotta do. You do the stutters, you mix it, you do whatever. Then you're gonna export it. So I don't know if y'all can see this. You probably can't. Shit. Wave or MP3. And as you can see there, I have like all these right here. Once you export it, you'll drag it in. So now you have your song. And now what you can do to make it have the sigilkore vibe, you just press stretch, and you could just stretch it down to make it faster, and then stretch it like long ways to make it slower. So let's say I want it to be faster, I want it to be high pitched, I'll just stretch it. And then if I want it slower, then I'll just stretch it a little more. And then if I want it like slow or whatever. And so yeah, and then once you find like your speed that you want to be at, once the song's about to finish or whatever, most of the time in sigilkore, at the end of the song, you kind of slow it. If you listen to like, let's say Ice Mop or Lucifer or whatever you wanna call them. Like let's say for example, in this shit don't even matter freestyle, it's like super high pitch at the start, and then he cuts it or whatever. He does like a little transition, and then it gets slowed. Not really slowed, but pitched down kind of. So to do that, you'll have to copy and paste the song, line it up. Make sure before you do this, you make it unique, so that whatever changes you do to this one, it won't affect the sped up like version. And you'll just kind of drag it to the point where they both meet. And this song was already finished, so I added like a pre transition, which is just a shotgun like sound effect. You could do whatever sound effect you want. I would recommend like a gun sound effect though, like when it gets shot. But that's just me. But yeah, once you line it up, you want to add your shotgun sound effects. So like you just line it up to wherever like both songs meet. So in this case, it'll be right here. Most of the time you want to turn it down, because it's like when you load something in, it's like super loud, the first one. So like you'll probably have to like bump it down like 20%, and then it'll just sound like, right? So it transitions nicely. And then once you do that, you want to make sure you have it unique, and then you just stretch it. I wouldn't stretch it too much, because then it just sounds like, I'll stretch it like that much. So it's like a little bit, like a couple bars, like 4 or 5 bars more. So once you find the speed you want, you're pretty much done. I mean, if you want to mix it a little more, like if you want to add more bass, don't bump it all the way up, you know, have an EQ. After this, you're pretty much done. You know, you just export it again, and then you upload it to SoundCloud or wherever you're gonna upload it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, shout out to Saw or Salz or Salzy, or yeah, that's pretty much sigilkore tutorial, chill sigilkore tutorial. And yeah, pretty much it.